Imagine a world where dinosaurs didn't just roam the Earth, but instead they ventured far beyond into the cosmos. Picture the terrifying Tyrannosaurus Rex, usually confined to the ancient landscapes of the Mesozoic era, now roaming alien worlds under the light of distant stars. It's a fascinating thought that sparks curiosity, and the question, could dinosaurs have lived on other planets? What would it look like if they did? Before we dive deeper, it's important to think about how the conditions for life might differ on other planets compared to Earth. On Earth, dinosaurs thrived because of specific conditions that supported their growth and survival. They lived during the Mesozoic era, from around 230 million years ago to 65 million years ago. The climate during that time was warm, and the continents were arranged differently, making for a more stable environment for these massive creatures. But if dinosaurs lived on another planet, what would be the key factors for their survival? Could they adapt to harsh conditions? Would they have to evolve into something entirely different, given the unknown environments? To imagine what it would be like for dinosaurs to live on other planets, we'd have to consider a few important details. First, any planet capable of supporting life would need liquid water, just like Earth. Water is essential to the development of complex life. Without it, it's hard to imagine any living thing, let alone dinosaurs, surviving. In addition to water, the atmosphere would need to be suitable for breathing. Too much carbon dioxide or not enough oxygen could prevent life from taking hold. Even more important would be the presence of essential minerals and nutrients that dinosaurs needed to grow to massive sizes. If these conditions were met, the possibility of life, including dinosaur-like creatures, could exist on other planets. However, the real question is not just about survival, but about evolution. How would life on another planet evolve compared to Earth? The conditions of a planet play a huge role in determining the traits and behaviors of the creatures that live there. On Earth, dinosaurs evolved into a variety of shapes and sizes. Some, like the massive Brachiosaurus, grew to heights that allowed them to reach the tops of the tallest trees, while others, like the carnivorous Velociraptor, adapted to fast movements and hunting in packs. On another planet, we might see similar adaptations, but they could be influenced by factors like gravity, temperature, and the type of food available. In a low-gravity environment, for example, dinosaurs might grow even larger, or their body structures might differ entirely. Now, let's think about the types of planets that could support these creatures. There are a few key characteristics we need to consider, such as the planet's distance from its star, its atmosphere, and its overall climate. Scientists have discovered planets in the habitable zone of their stars, where conditions might be just right for liquid water to exist, and these exoplanets, some of which are in the Milky Way galaxy, are similar in size and temperature to Earth and could potentially host life. If dinosaurs lived on such planets, they might look very different from the ones we know. Instead of the familiar earthly forms we picture in movies and documentaries, these alien dinosaurs might have evolved to suit the particular conditions of their home planet. If dinosaurs did live on another planet, it would completely change our understanding of evolution and the possibility of life beyond Earth. The discovery of life forms elsewhere in the universe could show that life doesn't have to be unique to Earth. It would raise profound questions. Could these extraterrestrial creatures have gone through their own version of the mass extinction event that wiped out Earth's dinosaurs? Would they have thrived in a way Earth's dinosaurs couldn't, adapting to their planet's challenges? These are just some of the questions we'll explore as we continue to think about the possibility of dinosaurs in space. In exploring the idea of dinosaurs living on other planets, we have to consider the scientific theories and factors that could make such a possibility a reality. We've already touched on the conditions that would need to be met, like the presence of water and a breathable atmosphere. But there are other aspects of space and planetary science that come into play when considering life beyond Earth. Let's dive deeper into the scientific possibilities and theories about how dinosaurs or similar creatures could have existed on other planets. One of the most exciting theories to consider is the idea of panspermia. This concept suggests that life on Earth and potentially on other planets could have been seeded by space debris such as comets or asteroids. Imagine if long ago a comet carrying the building blocks of life, organic molecules like amino acids, crashed onto Earth. Over time, these molecules could have combined to form life. This process might not have happened only on Earth. If asteroids or comets containing these life-forming compounds collided with other planets, there's a chance that life could have started elsewhere too. But let's think bigger. What if these cosmic travelers carried dinosaur DNA or the genetic material of creatures similar to dinosaurs? While there's no direct evidence to support this idea yet, some studies have suggested that it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. On other planets, if conditions allowed, these DNA-like molecules could have been triggered to form complex organisms. The concept of life being transported across the cosmos isn't something purely confined to science fiction anymore. As we learn more about astrobiology, we start to realize how much of our understanding of life could apply to other planets too. Now let's take a look at the search for exoplanets, planets outside of our solar system that could potentially support life. There have been thousands of exoplanets discovered in recent years, some of which lie in the habitable zone of their stars. This zone is the distance from a star where conditions might allow liquid water to exist, one of the key ingredients for life. For example, Kepler 452b, an exoplanet discovered in 2015, is often referred to as Earth's cousin because it orbits a star similar to our Sun and is roughly the same size as Earth. It's not hard to imagine that under the right conditions, life could thrive there, perhaps even in forms we couldn't predict, like dinosaur-like creatures. However, there's another interesting concept to consider: the idea of life forms evolving differently depending on the environment. Take gravity, for example. On a planet with weaker gravity than Earth's, dinosaurs or similar species might evolve to be much larger, since the force that keeps them grounded would be much lower. This could lead to the rise of enormous creatures far beyond what we saw on Earth, with massive herbivores towering over vast alien landscapes. On the other hand, a planet with higher gravity might encourage creatures that are more compact and sturdy, adapted to handle the extra pull of gravity. These evolutionary differences would challenge everything we know about dinosaur biology. But what would life on such a planet actually look like? Imagine a landscape where the air is thick, with a different mixture of gases, or a world where the sky is tinted a strange shade of green due to a different atmosphere. If dinosaurs evolved on such a world, they might look very different from their Earth counterparts, but still share similarities in terms of basic anatomy. Instead of towering brachiosauruses or swift velociraptors, we might see completely new species, possibly with alien features, like multiple eyes or strange appendages designed to help them adapt to their environment. The possibilities are endless when we consider how life could evolve under different planetary conditions. The more we look into the idea of extraterrestrial dinosaurs, the more we realize just how little we know about the universe and the potential for life beyond our planet. While we don't have concrete evidence of dinosaurs or similar creatures on other planets just yet, the exploration of other worlds through telescopes, spacecraft, and scientific research continues to open up new possibilities. As we learn more about the conditions on exoplanets, we also get closer to answering the age-old question of whether we are truly alone in the universe. The possibility of dinosaurs living on other planets, though hypothetical, challenges our understanding of life, evolution, and the cosmos itself. Could life forms similar to dinosaurs have evolved elsewhere? Could they be thriving on planets we haven't discovered yet? These are questions that may one day be answered, but for now, they remain part of the ever-expanding mystery of the universe. As we continue to look to the stars and study the many planets that exist beyond our solar system, we may one day find evidence that life, including dinosaur-like creatures, could have been more widespread than we ever imagined. As we continue exploring the idea of dinosaurs living on other planets, we must consider the potential challenges and implications of discovering life beyond Earth, especially if it turns out that creatures resembling dinosaurs existed elsewhere in the cosmos. So far, we've discussed the conditions needed for life to thrive on exoplanets, as well as the exciting theories that suggest life might have originated from space. But let's now take a closer look at the practical aspects of how we might one day uncover evidence of extraterrestrial dinosaurs and the larger questions this discovery could raise. One of the key aspects of exploring other planets and searching for life is the technology and methods that we currently use to detect exoplanets. The search for planets that could support life, including the possibility of life similar to dinosaurs, has been revolutionized by space telescopes like Kepler, which has identified thousands of exoplanets in the habitable zone of distant stars. However, the discovery of life, especially complex multicellular organisms like dinosaurs, would be a whole different challenge. To detect life on exoplanets, we rely on studying the atmospheres of these planets, looking for signs of gases that could indicate biological processes such as oxygen, methane, or even more complex molecules like chlorophyll. While these gases can be indicators of life, there's still much more we need to understand. If we ever detect a planet with conditions that seem conducive to life, water, a stable atmosphere, and the right temperature, how would we determine if dinosaur-like creatures existed there? Unlike microbial life, which could be detected by analyzing chemical signatures in the atmosphere, finding evidence of large, complex organisms like dinosaurs would be much more difficult. Scientists might look for fossils or physical structures that suggest the existence of life forms, but this could take years or even centuries of space exploration. After all, finding fossils on Earth takes time and effort, and to find them on another planet would require extraordinary tools and the ability to send probes and possibly even humans to distant worlds. What if we discovered life forms that were completely different from anything we could imagine? While it's fun to speculate about dinosaur-like creatures, we can't ignore the possibility that alien life might look and behave in ways we can't predict. Evolution on other planets may have led to beings that resemble dinosaurs in some ways, large, powerful, and perhaps reptilian, but they might also be entirely different in shape, behavior, or even in their understanding of their environment. This is where our imagination starts to run wild. If we did find evidence of alien creatures, they might not be the types of creatures that we'd recognize as dinosaurs, but they might still fit the role of massive dominant creatures in their ecosystems. The idea of extraterrestrial dinosaurs also raises interesting ethical and philosophical questions. If we discovered such creatures, would we be tempted to make contact, or would we simply observe them from a distance? For instance, if we detected intelligent dinosaur-like beings on another planet, would we treat them as we do endangered species on Earth, studying them carefully without interfering? Or would we go further and try to communicate with them? There are many unknowns when it comes to the ethics of making contact with alien life forms, especially if they share some of the characteristics of Earth's most fascinating creatures. And let's not forget about the potential impact on our understanding of evolution. The idea that dinosaurs, or life forms with similar characteristics, could have evolved on another planet challenges everything we know about the development of life. On Earth, dinosaurs evolved over millions of years, and their extinction, caused by an asteroid impact about 66 million years ago, marked a dramatic turning point in the history of life on our planet. If similar creatures were able to evolve and thrive on other planets, we would need to rethink the entire process of evolution and how life adapts to the various conditions of its environment. Could there be different evolutionary paths that led to creatures with similar traits like large sizes, reptilian skin, and a carnivorous nature on another planet? The concept would completely alter our understanding of what is possible in the universe. The more we learn about the universe and the potential for life to exist elsewhere, the more we realize that there are far more possibilities than we ever imagined. The idea of dinosaurs living on other planets may remain hypothetical for now, but it's a concept that encourages us to think big and dream of what might be out there. Whether or not we ever find evidence of extraterrestrial dinosaurs, the pursuit of understanding life beyond Earth is one of the most exciting frontiers of modern science. As we continue to study exoplanets, explore the cosmos, and refine our technology, we may one day unlock the mysteries of distant worlds. It might be a long time before we find definitive evidence of dinosaurs or life forms similar to them on other planets. But as we look to the stars, we can't help but wonder, what if dinosaurs or creatures like them truly do exist somewhere out there? The search for life beyond Earth is a journey that will continue to spark our curiosity and imagination, and who knows what discoveries the future holds. In this final part, let's dive into the broader implications of our exploration into the idea of dinosaurs living on other planets and why it has captured the imagination of so many. While we've already covered a lot about the scientific possibilities, the theoretical aspects, and the tools that could help us find evidence of extraterrestrial life, it's worth considering the philosophical and cultural impact such a discovery would have on humanity. First, let's think about how discovering extraterrestrial dinosaurs, real or theoretical, could change the way we view life on Earth. For centuries, humans have looked to the stars, pondering whether we are alone in the universe. If we were to discover life beyond Earth, especially life forms that resemble Earth's ancient creatures like dinosaurs, it would dramatically shift our understanding of what life is and where it can exist. Imagine the sense of wonder and awe that would come from realizing that life, in some form, is a universal phenomenon, possibly following similar evolutionary paths as we've seen here on our own planet. However, it's not just about the scientific impact, the discovery of dinosaurs, or life forms similar to them on other planets. would also likely spark a global conversation on ethics, space exploration, and our place in the cosmos. For instance, would we feel a sense of responsibility toward these creatures? Would we try to study them up close, or would we be cautious about disturbing their ecosystems? Just like how conservationists protect endangered species on Earth, we may find ourselves grappling with similar ethical considerations if we encounter intelligent or complex life on distant planets. Another fascinating thought is how the discovery of dinosaurs on another planet would reshape our understanding of extinction and resilience. Dinosaurs, as we know, faced an extinction event about 66 million years ago due to an asteroid impact, which wiped out not just the dinosaurs but a large portion of life on Earth. If similar species survived on other planets, we'd have to reconsider the factors that contribute to extinction events. Maybe these extraterrestrial dinosaurs lived through cosmic disasters, survived extreme climates, or found a way to adapt in ways Earth's dinosaurs didn't. This would open a whole new area of research into how life can persevere, even in the most hostile conditions, and might lead to breakthroughs in understanding how to protect life here on Earth. Exploring the idea of dinosaurs in space also helps us recognize just how far we've come in understanding our universe and how much more there is to discover. While we currently have no direct evidence of extraterrestrial life, let alone dinosaurs, the search for exoplanets that could harbor life has led to incredible advancements in space science. With missions to Mars, the study of moons like Europa and Enceladus, and the launch of new space telescopes, we are on the brink of potentially answering some of humanity's oldest questions. And as we expand our understanding of the universe, we also begin to realize how interconnected life is, how evolution has shaped the creatures we know, and how life on other planets might have followed its own path to create entirely unique organisms. As we imagine the possibility of dinosaurs on distant worlds, we also recognize that the search for extraterrestrial life is more than just about finding aliens. It's about understanding the conditions necessary for life to flourish. The study of planets like Kepler 452b, which is similar to Earth in terms of its size and its orbit around a star, has made us realize that life could thrive in many places across the universe, and the idea that such life could be similar to the creatures we once shared Earth with only adds another layer of fascination to the ongoing search. It's not just about looking for life, but understanding how life could evolve, survive, and adapt to different environments, just as dinosaurs did on Earth millions of years ago. In the end, whether or not dinosaurs ever lived on another planet remains a mystery, but the thought of it adds a new dimension to our exploration of space and the nature of life itself. The idea forces us to think outside the box, challenging us to consider new possibilities, theories, and approaches to life beyond Earth. While we don't yet have the answers, the search continues, and the excitement of potentially discovering life elsewhere in the universe, perhaps in the form of extraterrestrial dinosaurs, is a thought that will undoubtedly keep scientists, researchers, and dreamers wondering what might be out there. As we wrap up this journey into the wild idea of dinosaurs living on other planets, it's clear that the exploration of space is far from over. The possibilities are endless, and who knows, maybe one day we'll have the answer to this tantalizing question. Until then, we can keep imagining and wondering what mysteries lie in the vast expanse of the universe. Thank you for joining me on this adventure into the unknown. And if you've got your own thoughts or ideas about extraterrestrial life or dinosaurs in space, feel free to share them in the comments below.